Hey y'all, don't you find it interesting that Arguelles' lifespan was pretty much exactly 72 years, give or take a month, and this is the exact amount of time it takes for 1 degree of precession. So maybe, just maybe, this shift to the Aquarius age has already occurred, and that his lifespan was the transition. You know, he was a holy Mayan prophet, and the Mayans knew about precession, so just a theory that we're already in this age of Aquarius, and 2012 will just be about utilizing that psychic shift. No one knows though, bro. I just think it's interesting that, I'm obsessed with the amount of days elapsed between Nietzsche's birth and mine, 51,982, because it's just divisible by every holy Mayan number. And if you divide it in half, that's possibly, if you divide it in half, that is one full precession of the equinoxes, which is 25,991. But yeah, I think it's interesting that the whole Gregorian calendar shift occurred in 1582. It's almost the same numbers as 51,982 minus the 9, the holy number anyway. Weird, huh? But anyway, I just think that aliens possibly know precession and gave it to us because their Earths potentially in the habitable zone could have the same tilts and same ecliptic. I'm not saying it's the same Earth, but they could possibly know these Mayan holy precessional numbers. It's universal because the aliens themselves in their habitable zones have similar calculations. And there's a whole other article I did way back, but I just want to remind you, I'll put another link of how each Mayan number is actually divisible by a Fibonacci sequence, 819 specifically. But yeah, the Mayans knew the golden ratio, the Fibonacci sequence. It was all within their mathematics. Just our Western mind thinks they're lower. Secondly, because, they're in the past, so they have to be stupider. Firstly, because we burned all their shit anyway, so we don't really know. It's like we burned the shit that was real proof. I just get really annoyed with that. But it's interesting, the whole Quetzalcoatl return after the 9 hell cycles of 52 years each, started 1519, ended 1987, my birth, and both those numbers are actually divisible by 7. I mean, not divisible by 7. Numerologically, they are 7. Okay, and 7 is the number of the mystic, which Quetzalcoatl is. But yeah, I think it's just really interesting that I discovered Nietzsche during a Jupiter-Uranus opposition when great men meet each other. Emerson met Thoreau. Freud met Jung during Jupiter-Uranus oppositions, okay? I met Nietzsche. Nietzsche was introduced to Schopenhauer, okay? The strange part is I discover Nietzsche. Great discoveries are made during Jupiter-Uranus conjunctions. It just happened, and I just discovered pretty much that Nietzsche was fulfillment of Quetzalcoatl Zarathustra, Jesus' return. So I discovered someone during the opposition, and I discover his relevance, a great discovery, during the conjunction. Okay? It's proof. Astrology is very real. It's just shallow people don't have shit to discover, nor the time or effort to study it in the first place. Sorry. I'm just like a full-blown Aquarius, okay? Like, the only 2 planets ruled by Aquarius, Uranus and Saturn, are exactly sextiling my sun, Sagittarius 3, Aquarius 3. So, like, the only planets that my sun are working positive with is Uranus and Saturn and Mars, okay? So that's Aquarius, Aquarius, Aries, get shit done. Okay, I am one of the messengers of this Aquarian age, okay? But luckily I have the Pisces to be emotional enough to accept psychic shit as valid. Aquariuses are usually only science, no intuition, no, emotional telepathy. Aquarius is scientific, like lightning affecting electricity, not emotion so much. But luckily I have all of it, okay? Shit. The only signs I'm missing are Libra, Virgo, Leo, and Taurus. Just like Tupac, our charts are literally well-rounded. He wasn't just a Gemini. Everyone understood him in their own sense, because he had most of the signs. He was only missing like 3 signs. But yeah, just kind of rambling right now. You know the holy number 560. The 9876542 divided by 1366,560 equals 72, 1 degree precession. Funny.